What's up, everybody? We're here today to talk about Visions of Mana. And I know I'm super late on all the news right now. I'm just coming out of a super busy period at work. And so my plan over this next week is just to get caught up on all the insane announcements that we've had kind of this early winter, late fall, because there's so many good and nostalgic games that are coming out in 2024, and a lot of them are coming out around March too, which is pretty exciting, but also going to be very difficult to play them all. So I'm so excited by this trailer. This is insane. Like, to have another Mana game is a really big deal. I grew up playing Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo with my brother, playing 2-player, and we played it over and over and over. It had ultimate replay value. I would still play that with him today if I had more free time to get together with him. So let's take a look at what we're dealing with here, because honestly, it looks insane. And when people saw these first few screens, they were saying to themselves, well, you know, obviously this looks a lot like Genshin. But then as soon as you see this and you see that color palette, the blue and the trees, like, this just screams Mana to me. And at no point do I think this is kind of like a Genshin ripoff anyway. And if you want to get down in that rabbit hole, well, you're going to find Breath of the Wild and a bunch of other games in there too. So there isn't really any ripping off. It's just, it is what it is. It's its own game. And boy, does it look good. So here we have Val, who's the main character. We're running through all sorts of different biomes. Like, even if we go back here, okay, hold on a second here. So we had like our plains, our jungle, we had like the blue trees. This is our like mountainous, windy region here, our snow region here. And then when we get over to this one, this might seem kind of like similar to like the mountainous, but when we kind of pivot, we can see in the background there is a big old volcano in the top left part of the screen. I'm actually covering it right now, but basically behind where my camera is, there's a big fiery volcano, and this is the Fire Village, presumably where our main character actually starts out his adventure. So anyway, this is going to be a really exciting adventure, because it is not going to be open world from what I understand, but it is going to be a very, very big world with these giant zones. And oh man, look at the mana tree. And we've got Rabbites coming back. We've got magic, which once the magic is cast, it seems to be affecting not just the enemies, but the movement. And we can see like we're using the wind spirits to fly. We're using the water spirits to be able to swim in a bubble. And we've got classic Mana bosses here. Right now, there's 3 characters in this battle that I can see, plus Flammy, the dragon over there. Very exciting. Some pretty kind of Kingdom Hearts-y dodging with the jumps and the dashing, and then some really appetizing looking action with all the slashing that's going on. And if we know what we know from Mana games, then there's going to be some really cool magic that we can use once we meet all of these different spirits and we gain their abilities. So wow, that is awesome. Now, very notable here, we have PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, the Windows platform, aka my computer, and then Steam, and hopefully Steam Deck, although we know we'll wait and see. But what's missing here is actually the Nintendo Switch, and there's no reason they wouldn't put it on there. So you have to think it's a hardware thing, and that maybe it's just going to be a little bit too powerful for the Switch to be able to actually handle. Okay, so we also have some more information on Twitter that we can check out here, and this beautiful key art here that is very, very much reminiscent of our Secret of Mana art that we had way back when I was playing on the Super Nintendo. We can see Flammy over on the left. We can see our main character. Val is kind of Randy-esque from Secret of Mana, and we even have a sprite down to the left of him. We have a fox girl on the right, and then a kind of like a dog-eared knight or prince type looking character here with that royally cape. I guess that he's also a cat. He's a cat character, not a dog character. And then up on the branch, you can't miss him, kind of camouflaged in there, is another like sprite-sized little guy, but has a green helmet on and lots of foliage and some berries and like kind of very much nature-oriented. And then otherwise, we see the big mana tree there and just the electric Visions of Mana logo. So this is awesome. And we have some information from the makers here. So we have Masaru Oyamada, who is the producer for the Mana series, and it's been over 15 years since the last mainline entry. Can you believe it? So he's delighted to announce that Visions of Mana, which will represent the fulfillment of his personal ambition to create a all-new Mana game. So this is an action RPG. You're going to travel through an expansive world filled with vibrant nature and elemental spirits. And they have strived to create beautiful landscapes to explore and in-game visuals that hold up to the wonderful teaser art drawn for us by Mr. Hakan. So I look forward to seeing players fully immerse themselves in Visions of Mana's world of adventure. Me too. I can't wait to do it myself. The creator of the series, the Mana series, this is Mr. Koichi Ishii, has also worked closely with us to reimagine the familiar monsters, including the iconic Rabbites for the latest installment. So Mr. Ishii's uniquely cute and charming designs combine with the innate fiendishness of these beasts to push the series' visuals to a new level fitting of the latest Mana game, because it does look very good. This is like current gen quality everything, but has kept all of the charm of the Mana series, which is just nuts. The music is expertly handled by our three composers returning from Trials of Mana, Mr. Hiroki Kikuta, Mr. Tsuyoshi Sakido, and then Mr. Ryo Yamazaki. You can expect great things from their scores, where each of their personal touches shine through to brighten the adventure at every turn. I believe it. I believe it. We still have loads more to show you, including the comrades which will join you on your journey and the detail of how you will fight in battle, but you can look forward to further information soon. And it's coming out next year, but they haven't said when yet. So yes, that information might not be forthcoming right away, but I'm very happy that it's launching on Steam. That's a big deal for me. Okay, so here's Val. Val is the protagonist. He's a newly appointed soul guard and protagonist of the game. He's a curious boy with a positive outlook on life, looking like Randy there from Secret Mana. When Val's childhood friend is selected to be an alm, he sets off on a journey across the world to accompany her on the pilgrimage. Okay, that seems like a pretty good reason to go out and explore. We have lots of little, they've kind of cut up the trailer so that you can see all these different biomes. Basically, all the videos here have to do with the trailer that we've already seen, but we do have a little bit of a story preview. So in Tiania, the fire village, everyone is preparing to celebrate the coming of the fairy and the naming of an alm. So every 4 years, alms from around the world are chosen to travel to the Tree of Mana and rejuvenate the flow of mana power. A soul guard is chosen to ensure the alm's safe pilgrimage. Val is one such guard. There we go. There is our premise for the adventure. On the day of the fairy's arrival, Val brings his childhood friend to the festival, and his sun falls beneath the skyline. All spectators wait with bated breath, hoping to be chosen as an alm. Everybody wants it. Okay, this is not a Tales of Symphonia situation. The fairy finally descends before Val's friend, anointing her the Alm of Fire. Now, they don't say her name or anything. I guess they really want to release that as its own information later on. So the villagers bid them both farewell, praying for their success as they embark on an adventure of a lifetime. So this is really interesting to me because they haven't cut on kind of the essence of a Mana game and just this simple beginnings, grand adventure, go out into the world, and you know what? Things will reveal themselves as you go. And I'm really happy that they've kind of kept that. So otherwise, we've got a nice little shot here of Val. Now this, here we go. Okay, so here's Val's friend, and we don't have a name yet, but you can see that she's the alm of the fire village, which is great. Right here, seeing a rabbite get absolutely savaged. You'll love to see it. And then there's just more stuff that we have. Let's skip over that from the trailer that we've seen so far. So really exciting stuff. I cannot wait for this game. It's so hard to say that this is my most anticipated game because I'm also incredibly excited for Euden Chronicles and also for Unicorn Overlord. I don't even know how I'm going to pick which one's my favorite, but I'm definitely going to be bringing information about all of these games to the channel when we get new info. So hopefully a little bit more, on time, but we'll see because I'm about to go on vacation. Okay, well, thank you so much everybody for joining me. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you're getting pumped for this game as much as I am, let me know that too in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Okay, see y'all later.